Hello, COV. I'm Darryl, and I was asked to give a short testimony on how God has been working in my life. I've always grown up knowing about God, whether it was going to church with my parents or hearing Bible stories from my uncle. But there was something in me that wanted to know God more deeply, and I realize now that that desire was put in my heart by God Himself. God had used specific circumstances in my life to show off His glory, and that I could not have orchestrated it with my own willpower or desire. I thought I had surrendered my life to Jesus freshman year of high school, but now I realized that God was at work in my life even before then. In that, even before I knew God, God already knew me. God already knew me before I was born, the specific circumstances that I would face growing up, including growing up with a stutter and feeling like an outcast. But God chose to use my weaknesses to show off His glory, just like what Paul said that God said to him in 2 Corinthians, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. God already knew before I was born the temptations I would face and the sins that I would fall into, especially in college. But God created me anyway and knew how those sins would be atoned by Him shedding His blood on the cross. Over the past 3 years, especially through people at COV, God made me realize that I didn't do anything to earn God's love or His grace. I didn't initiate my relationship with God. I didn't lift myself up from sin. I didn't overcome my struggles on my own. And so God broke down a lot of pride in me, especially these past 3 years, whether it was through Pastor Tim or Pastor Mike preaching, or through community groups, or just simply through deep friendships that God has given to me. I realize now more than ever that Jesus is the King of my heart, that He is the author not only of my salvation but my entire life story. He holds my life in His hands, and for that I praise Him.